You're going to drown, and how you can help more with your life jacket on. Hello, Will Perry here. How you doing? Welcome to Keeping the Conversation Alive again. Welcome again. So you're going to drown. What do I mean by that? That sounds quite dramatic, does it not? It's good to be dramatic sometimes. So treading water. Here's the analogy. Treading water is okay. Just treading water in life. This is me, treading water in life. But you're going to sink. You're going to get tired. You're going to, the waves will come and some will, and it's going to be harder. It's not just like treading water in a tank. You're treading water in the ocean, woohoo. And you're going to sink. You're going to give up at some point. No, that's dramatic. I don't mean suicide, just to clarify that. But you're going to sink at some time, and that could bring up all sorts of different connotations for you, okay, that you're going to sink at some time, even suicide. All right, suicidal thoughts, black thoughts. Just to close that one off, there's lots of support if you're feeling suicidal, but getting it might not be the easiest thing at that point. When you're backed into a corner, when you're backed into a corner, like a rat is backed into a corner, it will attack. But they don't, you don't think, it's going to attack. But when your brain is backed into a corner and it's run out of all solutions, all resources, because it's a solution-making machine, what it'll do is come up with the dark solutions, the dark side, the things that you wouldn't normally come up with. Oh, I know what you can do is kill yourself. Marvelous. It's going to come up with the black thoughts and the darkness because it's run out of. It's got no, you've got no more resourcefulness, no more solutions, and that's where black thoughts come from. So I didn't intend to go there, but that's just to close that off. That's why that happens. It's perfectly natural. But of course, it's not a good place to be. It's not a healthy place to be. So you need to get help from that point. So there's lots of different agencies and charities out there as well. But if this connects with you and you want my help, reach out now, please. That makes me emotional. Right. So I know lots of people have tried to do, but not to contact me in that moment, and I'm not here for that. But people who, because of their past, because of their thoughts, have been in dark places, and I've been in dark places as well. So black thoughts come, and it's only natural. Don't beat yourself up for it. Okay, it's just the brain being cornered. We need to not corner the brain. It needs to be free to think. Okay, thank you. I'll move on. So. Treading water is okay. Let's go back to that. Treading water is okay, but you're gonna sink. You don't want to sink. Helping everybody is okay, but you're gonna fail. You're gonna fail making everybody else succeed. Okay. So let me say that again. Helping everybody else is a wonderful thing. It's a lovely thing. It's a feeling good. Everybody feels good. It's a wonderful thing, and it's okay. But you're going to fail because you're making everybody else succeed. So you're going to fail. You're going to drown because you're looking after everybody else. Does that make sense? So what's your life jacket? And that came to me because quite a few years ago now, I was doing some work and I was coaching with a wonderful lady who'd done so many things for so many people, everything, as well as a family, as well as a house, as well as the husband, as well as mother-in-law, dog. I mean, it's just great. School governor. I mean, there's just how does this work? And it was about her weight actually, because she wasn't putting herself first. So hello, where does that show first when you don't look after you? So she wanted to get back to her weight, and she'd done the London Marathon. I think doff the cap to anybody who's done the London Marathon, because you don't just roll out of bed and do that, do you? So focus, determination, that she'd been there, done it, but she was so consumed with helping everybody else that she wasn't looking after herself, and she was getting frustrated with that, not just for the physical, but just the way it impacted her thoughts and feelings. When she looked in the mirror, all that sort of stuff. You can relate to this. And anyway, we had a conversation. It's not about the conversation, but she gave this metaphor of treading water. So one thing you can do is work with metaphors and use that person's metaphor to expand it. What comes before? What comes after? What if this happened? So the metaphor of drowning, helping everybody else, was so powerful and it's so obvious to me that I just said, what would happen if, she said life jackets. I want to put life jackets on everyone. I save everyone. all her children, all her, makes me emotional, always makes me emotional. This is in the program. I tell this story in the program. So if you're on the program, you'll know this one. And she said, I want to get life jackets on everybody, and it was so obvious, so duh, or as me and my sister would go, so obvious that I paused and got myself ready, and I thought, and I said to her, what would happen if you put the life jacket on you? And it was a lovely thing. I paused intentionally there. Because until that point, I can't think of any time where I'd actually seen tears burst out of somebody. Like, she didn't have glasses on. So they didn't just go boom or even whoomph. They went poof. I think it's a skill. Or maybe a skill I have, that I can make tears poo burst out of people. Because that's the first time I can remember actually somebody, bursting into tears. But it wasn't just a crippling bump. It was an amazing thing, because she burst into tears. And then whenever you see somebody sit back in those sorts of situations, when you ask a question, it's like, oh, good, there's something good here. Even the tears, there's something that's changed, something's shifted, and it's like, oh, good. So I observed, and she went, and it was like, woohoo! What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? I knew rather than bouncing on the question, jumping on the questions I needed to ask, give a moment to ask before I asked. So I said, what would happen? I said, what would happen then? And then they came down, wasn't out. And she said, I could help everybody. And that was it. Boom, 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 boom. All the brain, done the connections, done everything else. It wasn't backed into a corner. It knew everything. It had all the answers. She had all the answers then. She was fixed. And it was like, I didn't have a fucking clue. I didn't need to know what the answers were. I didn't. That's what is powerful about coaching. It brings forth your resourcefulness. Anyway, that was a lovely moment, because she got in that moment the impact of putting herself first would be, i.e. putting her life jacket on, and again in the conversations what that meant and what that meant for her, and putting herself first and looking after herself first meant she'd be able to help the people that is important, who are, still makes me emotional, who are important to her. She'd be able to help them by helping herself first. Duh. It's so obvious. It's so beautiful because it's so obvious. So, because life will keep you busy, and she was a great demonstration of that. She was super busy, and then you can be more busy, but then you're gonna drown. Okay, and she didn't want that. She could feel that coming up, and she was getting snappy. She was getting a bit, there were negative things happening, and she didn't like that. So there's never going to be. Let's see, tears come down. So there's never going to be a better time than now. When is the better time? When you're a bit more swamped, when you're a bit more, legs are aching, when you're more like you can't breathe, some water splash in your mouth, and you're tired already. And there's never a better time than now to do that change, to put your life jacket on. So you need to do the work to explore the self. All right, to explore your situation, what you're doing, what's holding you back, explore the self and get the help you need. Get the help you need, and I invite you to get the help you need. So my invitation is, take the blimmin' test. I should do this one. I've forgotten the last one. Take the blimmin' test if you haven't already. If this speaks to you, because that's what this lady had. She had this thing of low self-esteem, all the negative thoughts, not putting herself first. That was the last thing you should do. She had to help everybody else, but it's drowning, and put your life jacket on first, and boom, I can help everybody. It's like, boom. And she can get, improve the weight, and she did, and all that sort of stuff, But you have to get to that point, So if it's useful to you, take the test, get a score on it, go confirming, yeah, this is me. Okay, now I know it, and I've taken the test. It's like, okay, what's the next step? Is it burying my head in the sand? Is it treading water more? And maybe it is for you. Maybe it is for a time being, until you get to a point. And in NLP, they call this neuro-linguistic programming. It's just a thing, an approach. That you get to the tipping point. When do you get to the tipping point? When you're fresh? Oh no, I'm good. I've got this. Or when you're tired and almost drowning. That's probably the point when you're going to go, okay, I need help. So maybe you need to get to that tipping point, if that makes sense. How long am I? 9 minutes, almost 10. Awesome. So say I'm here. If you're not going to do the test, that's cool. Say, I'm reading here, or I'm here, or give me a message, whatever you're watching this on. Just give me a hi, a like, or a message, or a private message, or reply to this email, whatever you're watching this on. Let me know you're there, because that communication is a bit of a life jacket. That might be your life jacket, the first point. And it's not that I'll go, here's your money, give me a credit card, boom. That's not what I'm saying. All I'm saying is, you say hi, and guess what? I'll say, hi. That's all. Hi, how you doing? That's all. That's all I'll say back. So if you want to then go, okay, so he's real. Thanks for your email. You're welcome. I might ask how your day's going, but that's all. Just that connection could be your life jacket, or the start of a life jacket for you. So, please know you are enough, and you are worth it. The life jacket. You can't be this superhuman thing, and I know you don't think you're superhuman, but why would you then try and do all these things without drowning? I can tell you why. It's this pattern within you. So I can change it. It's unhealthy and it will kill you. Lots of love. Loves you, boyo. Speak to you soon. Bye-bye.